This time on One Foot Flipper, we're going to look at sell-through rates and see how your favorite YouTubers rank. Stay tuned.
One Foot Flipper.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Paige here, the One Foot Flipper. Today, I'm going to get myself in trouble because we're going to talk about some other YouTubers. So, get ready for me to get roasted in the comments by the fans of all 20 of these people, whether I say good things about them or bad things about them. I know I'm going to get roasted. You can go ahead and preload that unsub button if you want to, but all I'm going to do is look at some facts here. What we're going to do is look at the sell-through rates on the eBay stores of 20 YouTubers, and these YouTubers range from having about 1,000 subscribers to having hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I wanted there to be a good mix in there to see if those sub numbers really had anything to do with their eBay success or not. In some cases I think it does, and in some cases I think it doesn't. Now, what sell-through rate is how long it would actually take you to sell your whole store out of everything. You know, nothing left, going by your current rate of sales. Now, it's rather simplistic. It wouldn't actually work out that way. If I stopped selling today, my store would probably never sell out because there's things like, you know, store rot. You've got items there that are priced too high. They'll never sell no matter what you do unless you lower the prices, or you've got zero demand items. You know, if you've got a 1971 Chain of Rocks high school yearbook and nobody ever wants one, it'll never sell regardless of the price you put on it. But it's still a good overall metric to see how fast these sellers are moving these items through the system. And I'm doing sell-through rate based on time because there's no argument as to how you do that metric. Sometimes you hear about people talk about sell-through rate in percentages, but those people don't agree on whether that percentage is based on 3 months, 1 year, 1 month, or some other arbitrary time frame. So we're just going by sell-through rate in months. And first, and how you calculate this is this simple formula I'm going to put up on the screen right here. Number of items currently listed divided by number of items sold in the last 90 days. To get that, you just click on sold listings for the person, and then you multiply that by 3. And that gets you your sell-through rate in months. On these, I generally rounded down in months unless it was very close to rolling over to the next month, in which case I would round up. First, we're going to start off with the slow road. Going to go with an unnamed honorable mention at the beginning who doesn't count. I did find somebody who had nearly a 100-month sell-through rate, 8+ years, and they had a YouTube sub count somewhere in the 5-digit range, between 10,000 and 99,000. But they post their videos very infrequently. They get their number of views is ranked in the hundreds, not in the thousands, and they seem to have gained all their subs on a viral video, so I'm just not going to pick on them at all, and I was vague enough to where I don't think you're ever going to figure out who it is. But that was the highest sell-through rate of anybody I could find who actually had a channel. Now, let's go on to the actual rankings. I'm going to start at the slowest sell-through rate. Number 20, James, My Boring Reseller Life. He has a 49-month sell-through rate, just over 4 years. But in this case, let's not take that as an insult, because James does a similar volume to Tekken Sports, the guy with the huge group and that's supposed to be the best guru of everything. James does a similar sale volume all by himself. He doesn't have a horde of employees doing it for him. Now, he does do it on a much larger store size than Tekken Sports has. James seems to use a mass listing process, most specializing in hats and media, and he does use extremely repetitive prices, suggesting he's either got a non-standard pricing model of his own or one that's not really based on researching solds. But so his sell-through rate, it's at the bottom, but he's probably outselling almost everybody watching this video, if not all of us. Number 19 here. I'm going to do Josh Graff. Josh volunteered himself for this. He has a 23-month sell-through rate. Looking at Josh's store and talking to Josh, the slow sell-through rate is due to his specialization in repair parts for sewing machines, as well as the large number of media items he sells. And that makes exact sense. If you've got a repair part for a 1965 Singer sewing machine in your store, no price in the world is going to sell that item until somebody needs that item. So that makes absolute sense as to why Josh's sell-through rate is 23 months. Number 18 here, Rockstar Flipper. Remember Rockstar Flipper? I believe he'll teach you how to sell on eBay. I believe he'll list your items for you. I don't actually watch him myself. I've only really heard about him secondhand. He has a 21-month sell-through rate. And looking at his store, the strangest thing I found is in the last 3 months, he's only sold 12 items that would net him more than $20 after shipping, because he does free shipping on everything. So I'm not even sure what is going on there. He seems to mostly only be selling extremely low dollar items with low sell-through rates. Maybe he's concentrating on social media or something else at this point, but Rockstar Flipper, 21-month sell-through rate. Number 17, it's going to surprise me. It's going to surprise most of you. Tekken Sports. Tekken Sports has a 20-month sell-through rate, which shocked me because he has a long association with a group focused on a 3-month sell-through rate. Now, he's selling a huge amount of items per month, though. He is, of everybody here, he is selling the highest amount of items per month, just barely beating out my boring Reseller Life, but he is doing it with the staff, and he is getting some decent average prices per item, so he obviously knows what he's doing, and apparently he needs that larger store to move those more items. Number 16, my friend and yours, Carrie, American Arbitrage. 17-month sell-through rate, year and a half. Carrie, I can tell you right now, Carrie's sell-through rate is that low because Carrie lists so many cards, and cards have terrible sell-through rates. In general, unless you've got the hottest card in the world of the hottest person and you're selling it at 10% of market value, your cards are going to have a slow sell-through rate, and that's what's slowing Carrie down. Number 15, Resale Rabbit. He's got a 15-month sell-through rate. I think what slows him down is he does huge buyouts of businesses and places and everything else, and it's hard to be picky when you buy it all. You're gonna just get long tail items and hard things to move. All right, that completes the slow road. Now we're gonna move on to the middle of the road, the more average, what the average reseller expects, which is usually in the 8 to 13 month range. That seems to be what most people seem to get. And number 14 on our list is Old School Picker. It's a 13-month sell-through rate. He's got great stuff. He picks good stuff. He's got a very loyal fan base, which I think really helps his sales. But he isn't always the best on price, which is why I think he's got a 13-month sell-through rate as opposed to some very similar stores who have a 6 or 7-month sell-through rate. Number 11, Pro Picker, 11-month sell-through rate. He's got a really big store. 11 months, pretty good for a store of his size. Nothing bad to say there. Number 12, Tip of the Mitt Flip. Okay, coming in, number 12, Tip of the Mitt Flips. 11-month sell-through rate. Just good stuff overall. He's a good picker. I believe he is slowed down by replacement parts as well, just like Josh Graff is. Then coming in at number 11, Hilos World, also an 11-month sell-through rate. He's got good stuff. I believe what keeps him from being up the top is men's clothing, and he said his video game inventory has been slowing him down as that category just keeps getting worse, which is something I find interesting because then another seller I talked to said they can't keep video games in stock for anything. So it's interesting how different categories will do differently for different people. Coming in at number 10, Soda City Flips, 9-month sell-through rate, which is incredibly good given his relatively newness to reselling, and as he has self-proclaimed himself to be the worst at reselling. Not bad, coming in right in the middle here. Number 9, yours truly. I have a 9-month sell-through rate, although mine is better on the 9-month than Soda City Flips was. I can tell you what's slowing myself down. I'm slowing myself down by low dollar media items and records and sheet music mostly that I should have lotted up in the first place. and I'm also slowed down by obscure game replacement parts. I think I'd be at 6-month sell-through rate without that stuff, so moving forward, I'm going to try to get there. Number 8, in middle of the road, Philly Flipper, 8-month sell-through rate. Really, nothing wrong with that. Couldn't look in his store. I didn't see any real reason why or not, and I didn't talk to him about it. But 8 months, nothing to be ashamed of. All right, let's move on to the fast lane. These guys moving their stuff out one way or the other. Coming in at number 7 here is Caleb, the Old Paths. Caleb Norris, the Old Paths. You might know him from the Two Old Guys Reselling podcast. He also has his own channel now. He has a 7-month sell-through rate. He is keeping up with some much bigger YouTubers without having 100,000 followers. Caleb is one to watch, and Caleb is one who told me that he can't keep his video games in stock, although seasonal things like Christmas could possibly be slowing him down because, yes, Christmas sells all year round, but it doesn't sell fast all year round. Coming in at number 6 here, coming in at number 7 here, Commonwealth Picker. If you're watching this, you're probably familiar with him. He's an excellent picker. He's always got good stuff, and he has a large fan base that's assisting his numbers. So this seems about right. I was wondering if Tupperware was slowing down his sell-through rate, but I specifically searched that, and nope, Tupperware is actually improving his sell-through rate. His Tupperware has a 3-month sell-through rate, which much better than my Tupperware. All right, coming in at number 5, Jride Flips, also a 7-month sell-through rate, slightly better than Kevin's though. Jride is a beast. The only reason he's not Rookie of the Year reseller for YouTube this year is because he started at the end of last year. Jride, at one point this year, I had more subs than Jride, and then the man has done lapped me now. He has twice my subs now. With his 7-month sell-through rate, he picks the right stuff all the time, and he doesn't really sell a lot of viewer sale type of items, so those sales are all genuine, not really affected by viewers. Coming in at 4th, Harry Tornado, 6-month sell-through rate. He is greatly assisted by unloading most of his things on Whatnot now and only saving the best for eBay. And having 300,000 followers, it couldn't really hurt your sales, could it? Not going to make them any worse. 3rd, Max, the fast-talking flipper, 6-month sell-through rate. If you're not subscribed to him, you should be. He is an absolute beast for selling, and he has a very high average sale price as well. And we've talked, I've looked at his old numbers. He has previously managed to have a 3-month sell-through rate, but the 6-month sell-through rate has been more profitable for him with the exact same sort of items. So that's what he's shooting for. And Max outsells nearly every single channel you watch, and he still has a day job. So he's one to pay attention to. Number 2, one you probably wouldn't have expected, ADH Dave. He was leading. He was in the first place of this whole thing until I got to the very end, in which I found the first place person. He has a 5-month sell-through rate. Selling the not great stuff on Whatnot has really helped his sell-through rate, and I think the huge fan base doesn't hurt either. So ADH Dave knows a little more of what he's doing than he lets on sometimes. Finally, the number 1, blew everyone else out of the water, Cincinnati Picker. His sell-through rate is not measured in months, it's measured in days. He has a 26-day sell-through rate. I don't even know how this is even possible. I have never watched him before. It's just somebody I've heard mentioned. I feel like he's got to spend 90% of his time on the pick and price very aggressively to hit that kind of sell-through. If you know how he's doing it, or if you are the Cincinnati Picker, put it down in the comments because I'd love to hear it. All right, hopefully you don't feel like I insulted your favorite YouTuber here. If you do, tell me how horrible I am in the comments. If you know somebody with a faster sell-through rate, post them in the comments. If you know somebody with a worse sell-through rate, post that in the comments too. Hey, thanks for coming out. Hope to see you again soon.